always this time of the year, we talk about our limit of liability, or most especially, it's still very early in the budgeting process, and so we always tend to put anything we say cannot be used against us later, because these are based upon our best guesses. We've highlighted in blue things that we're still in the middle of discussion, and that we haven't fully agreed on what our final number is going to be here. But as we look at the property tax number, we're looking at a 3.55% increase. This would leave current projection of no levy left untouched. And we're still discussing the new growth number. I think we'll get more new growth than the 350. John thinks we won't even get 350. I'm right, he's wrong, but we'll see who wins the argument in the end. I think with Jeff Kinney's proposals, possibility of market basket, the expansion of thermal fissure, that I'm safe at the 450 number. So right at the moment, we've got a number plugged in here at 350. That is still subject to change before we finalize the budget. If you have a question, don't hesitate to ask. This is where we project state aid to be. Right at the moment, the governor's budget shows us getting more than we're projecting. We're always cautious about over-projecting state aid, because this is the kind of thing that can get you into trouble real fast. So we're conservative to keep state aid at numbers we are comfortable with. Fair assumption? Okay. Local receipts, this is still estimated. This is subject to change. We're a little concerned with licensing and permits, because the numbers are a little lower than we'd like to see them already for FY24, so we may have to change that down.
The cannabis impact fee, it's really cannabis community impact fee associated with the host community agreement with Papos Therapeutics. Just a reminder to folks, we deliberately put that down to zero expectation of budget for fiscal 24, we're doing the same for fiscal 25. Because as we all know, the Cannabis Control Commission is essentially validating those fees, and we know that that's going to be going away.
Julie, in regard to your licenses and permits, 538,500, that is going to be until June of this year?
Yes.
538. How much has come in on that 538?
About 135,000.
But we only got 3 more months to put that in,
Yeah.
correct?
Yep. Local receipts can be really variable, and that's why, this is very, 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 very conservative to start. But the numbers can sway so greatly, and we feel when we did the budget, we felt pretty confident with the 538, and now we're running way short. At the same time, we have makeup and other line items. For this year specifically, the investment income is really covering that piece that we're missing for the licenses and permits being short. But you don't ever want to hit a year, which again, when we look back in history, you have hit a year, Plainville, before, where all of your numbers ended up being short and you had no other number that could cover it, so it was a complete deficit. So again, when we look at these, we look at trends, we look at all the history, we look at what's coming forward for the next years. And you always leave a little bit of a buffer in those lines, so that if another line runs short, you can hopefully cover it with the buffer you have in those other ones.
Yeah. But Rod for Peter to pay Paul.
You want it to get as close as you can to actual without, running negative.
Okay, thank you.
Next slide.